9 million years ago, long before the rise of humans and long before lions learned to roar in the African savannas, Earth belonged to a different kind of predator. It was a world raw, violent, and unpredictably world carved by shifting climates, volcanic landscapes, and colossal beasts fighting each day to stay alive. In this ancient arena, one animal emerged as a silent but unstoppable force. They were not the biggest, they were not the fastest, but they were one thing above all others: united. These were the cave hyenas, creatures so powerful and so shockingly intelligent that modern science still struggles to understand how they ruled their world with such ruthless efficiency. Imagine a land where thick forests blended into dry plains, where giant reptiles patrolled the shadows, where prehistoric mammals evolved strange shapes and dangerous defenses. In the middle of this chaotic world, a cave hyena pack stepped out of their rocky shelters every night like a well-trained army. Their mission: claim territory, eliminate rivals, and survive at any cost. The cave hyena den was more than a resting place. It was a tomb of victories. Bones of ancient rhinoceroses, broken remains of giant herbivores, shattered skulls of predators that once challenged them. These dens were history books written in bone. Each fragment told the story of a battle fought, a strategy executed, and a pack that refused to bow to any beast, no matter its size or strength. Contrary to modern stereotypes, these hyenas were not scavengers searching for leftovers. They were disciplined hunters with jaws capable of crushing bones thicker than a human wrist. Their bite force was among the strongest ever seen in any mammal, but even that wasn't their greatest advantage. Their real power was coordinated intelligence. A single cave hyena was dangerous. A pack of 20, moving like shadows across the night, communicating through subtle calls and tail signals, this was a living storm. Every hunt was a test of teamwork. Every kill required discipline, and every night the pack returned with a kill meant survival for the young, respect for the leaders, and fear for every other predator sharing their land. But there was one enemy that even cave hyenas approached with caution: the Titan lizard. A monstrous descendant of ancient reptiles, the Titan lizard was a blend of speed, armor, and brute force. Its body stretched over 2 meters long. Its jaws snapped with a speed that could sever bone in a single bite. With thick, spiked scales covering its neck and shoulders, it was a walking fortress. Most predators avoided it. Hyenas did not. One particular night, the sky hung heavy with clouds, and the wind carried the stale scent of dust and danger. The pack stirred inside their cave. Their leader, a battle-worn, heavy-skulled alpha, stepped into the moonless dark. His ears twitched. He could sense something powerful nearby. The pack formed a loose semicircle around him, waiting for his signal. Then they heard the slow scrape of scales across stone. The Titan lizard was close. This wasn't just another hunt. It was a clash of supremacy. Whoever won would claim the valley for months, maybe years. The pack moved forward silently, bodies low, claws gripping the earth. The darkness seemed to hold its breath. Suddenly, a massive shape burst out from behind a rock. The Titan lizard charged with terrifying speed, swinging its thick tail like a giant whip. The blow sent the hyenas flying several feet. Dust exploded everywhere. Chaos erupted, but the pack didn't fall apart. They tightened formation. 3 hyenas circled the rear. 2 went for the legs. The alpha sprinted straight toward the reptile's throat, where its armor was weakest. The Titan lizard lunged forward, capturing one hyena between its jaws and throwing it violently to the ground. The pack's cries echoed across the plain, but not a single hyena retreated. They knew their strength lay in numbers. As the lizard spun to attack again, the hyena swarmed its back. Claws dug into scales. The teeth tore at the softer flesh around the shoulders. The lizard swung again, nearly crushing another hyena, but it was slowing. Its energy dropped. Its movements became jerky. The alpha saw his moment. He leaped, jaws wide, and clamped onto the reptile's exposed throat. The Titan lizard shuddered. Its legs buckled. The ground trembled as it collapsed, defeated by strategy, numbers, and unwavering determination. The battle lasted only a minute. But that single minute showed why cave hyenas were feared by every creature around them. Dragging the giant reptile back to their cave, the pack mourned their fallen members in quiet circles before feasting. This was the harsh reality of their lives. Every victory carried a cost. Every kill came with sacrifice. Yet the pack marched on, generation after generation. Over the next millions of years, cave hyenas perfected their craft. Their jaws grew stronger, their packs grew larger, their senses became razor-sharp. They could see in near darkness, hear movements from hundreds of feet away, and communicate with dozens of unique sounds. They hunted not just for food, but for territory and dominance. They clashed with early saber-toothed cats, forced giant bears to avoid their dens, and even ambushed prehistoric elephants when the opportunity was right. For a long time, they were at the top of the food chain. But the Earth never stays the same. Climate began to shift. Forests dried up. Grasslands shrank. Prey species migrated to new regions or died out entirely. Ice ages swept across continents, freezing the hyenas' cave systems and forcing the packs to travel farther and farther for food. New predators evolved: faster cats, larger wolf species, and other hunters that changed the ecological balance. Slowly, the superpacks broke apart. A pack that once consisted of 20 fierce hunters dropped to 12, then 7, then 3. Without numbers, the hyenas lost their most powerful weapon: unity. Their hunts became dangerous. Injuries piled up. Fewer young survived the winters. In the final ages of their existence, one small pack attempted to hunt a surviving titan reptile, much like the old legends of their ancestors. But they lacked the strength, coordination, and leadership that once made them invincible. The reptile fought back viciously, injuring half the pack and forcing the survivors to flee. It was a symbolic moment. The rise was over. Decline had begun. Generations passed, and cave hyenas vanished quietly from the world they once dominated. Their bones remained buried in forgotten caves, waiting for humans to discover them millions of years later. And when scientists finally found those caves, they found mountains of bones. Marks left by crushing jaws, signs of massive coordinated hunts. Evidence of a predator far more complex than anyone expected. Today, the cave hyena is rarely mentioned in popular history. Overshadowed by saber-toothed cats and dire wolves, they have become ghosts in the story of evolution. But the truth is this: they were Earth's forgotten super predators. Strategists, warriors, survivors. They taught nature a lesson still visible today: that strength doesn't come from size or claws or armor. It comes from unity, intelligence, and the willingness to fight as one. When the laws of the wild were first being written, cave hyenas weren't just surviving them, they were shaping them.